What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Black Myth Wukong and two kind of alarming things with the game. Now, look, the game continues to look good. The trailer we got at Summer Game Fest, while short, and I wouldn't really say move the needle, look, the game still, every time we've seen it, looks amazing. I think it's like the most wish-listed game or number one on pre-orders, whatever, on Steam. The game is highly anticipated. I want to get a day one. I'm planning on getting a day one, but for the purposes of this video, I am going to look at two negative things, and we'll see where it takes us. I hope we can talk about a lot of positive things as we get closer to August and when the game actually comes out. But I want to draw your attention to both the physical versions of the game as well as actually the Xbox versions, both of which are pretty big L's, I would say. So starting with the Xbox version, I actually don't know whether to put it more on the development side or whether to blame Xbox, right? I honestly am kind of leaning Xbox, and I might be leaning Xbox Series S, and it's simply because we've heard stories, not from everybody, but here and there, you'll have a developer pop up that says, hey, the Series S slows us down. Specifically, the Series S is a problem in the gaming industry. Not everybody says it. I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it is, especially when we don't know. But the news for Black Myth is the game is literally not coming out on Xbox day one. So when it launches on August 20th for PC and PlayStation, it will not come to the Xbox consoles, which includes the Series X, even though it would probably be somewhat ready for it. It's not coming out on the Xbox Series consoles. They didn't give any further dates, but I just think it's a bad look. Again, you can debate, and I'm fully open for a debate. If you want to blame the developers, that's totally cool. You could say delay all the versions until they're all ready. I would understand that as well. But if you got one system, and if it's true, if the Series S holds things back, Xbox at Microsoft needs to figure that stuff out, because there's still games coming to these consoles within the next like 3 years, right? Before maybe the next gen, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. More and more games might suffer, if they're trying to push the boundaries of PS5 and Series X. Series S keeps holding them back. That might show itself a bit more over these next couple of years. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't. But in this case, I honestly think it does. So disappointing, because if you're an Xbox user, you either have to wait it out or you have to get it on a different platform. So it's definitely not ideal. Second thing, which, me being the gaming preservationist that I am, I'm not a big fan of. They're releasing it physically, right? And while I will say the collector's edition looks incredible, it's a bit pricey. I think it's $399 US. That is so much. But it comes with one of the, a pretty sizable statue and one of the better statues I've ever seen in my life, okay? So I think what you're physically getting in the collector's edition looks freaking awesome. That's not what we're here to talk about. While that is cool, a little bit expensive, but while that is cool, the number one thing that stood out to me, they admit it, games that are physical, not just PC, right? Because if you get the PC, I think deluxe edition or whatever, it'll come with the activation code, which is common for PC, right? They're not shipping discs to you anymore. But for anybody, if you get it physically, it's going to come with the activation code, not a disc. Again, has this been done before? Yes, and it's annoyed me every time, and it's annoyed, I think, a lot of people, at least the game preservationists out there. It's annoyed them every time. I think the number one thing you see from people online is just delay it. And here's the thing. You don't need to delay the game, right? If you want to give physical editions, please do it, right? But if they're not ready, just delay the physical. Like, literally what they're doing is they are giving you the quote-unquote physical. You'll get the case, and then it won't have the disc in it. But they want to get that, they admitted it. They want to get that resolved, and they want to put a disc in that case going forward, but they can't do it at launch. Well, then just delay it. You know what I mean? Like, don't have it for the first 2 months if you get it physically. You don't actually have it physically. You just get the box. And then if you get it, say, in November for Black Friday, all of a sudden, it's figured out and they have the disc. Like, I understand that from the development side. Just delay it. Just don't have say it's coming out at launch, digitally only. And then if you want to get it physically, we're going to do that a couple months down the line. I don't know why didn't they, if they're going to delay the Xbox version entirely, you just wipe out an entire console and group of players. You're okay doing that day one, but you're not okay just delaying the physical version. It's just weird. And they say it's because it's their first game and they're not used to it. They're kind of getting their feet under them or whatever. I mean, I do believe that to an extent, and that is understandable, but just delay it. Like, it's an easy response and an easy answer. So just want to highlight those two things. It's not going to stop me. Like, honestly, I want the game, and I plan on getting the game August 20th, but I'm going to get it for PlayStation. I guess I'm getting it digitally, and then we'll just see what happens after that. And that's the scenario that I live in. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.